Okay, something so strange happened to me that I have to record it. Period. I was having a dream, and I was in church, and in stereotypical church fashion, I was, they had the lyrics, but for some reason, like the lyrics were in different places all over the church. It was a square or a rectangular setup where literally everyone could see you from all directions. There were four sides to the church, and I was somewhat close to the front. Um, and the first song that came up in praise and worship section was a song that I did not recognize, but it seemed like it was sung, or at least had been sung by someone like a Beyonce or something like that. What was strange about it was that there was a woman that was next to me. I could not see her face. I didn't know what her name was or anything like that, but I could tell she was a woman. She had a black, like somewhat of a leather jacket of sorts, and she had an amazing voice. So she was singing this Beyonce. Apparently, she knew the lyrics, and she was, really into it. And I was trying to sing along, but I didn't really know the melody. But I was trying to learn it. Eventually, I did kind of learn it as the song goes on, and I was following along with the lyrics. But she was like really kind of aggressive. Wanted people to sing it, and was like, what's wrong with her? But she was singing so amazingly, so like wow, that like it was just kind of unbelievable how, and like I think most of the congregation just kind of stopped and like was just listening to her because she sounded so good. But she apparently did not like that, and she was a little upset. Wanted everyone to sing, and I was like, oh, okay. But instantly, because of that heart and that spirit, I kind of felt a strong connection towards her, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. And so I remember leaning my head against her back because that's all I could see. I couldn't see her face. So I leaned my head against her back, even though she was right next to me. Her back was kind of turned away from me, and so I was leaning my head on her. And after that, she like that song ended, and by the end I was singing full fledged with her. I was trying to be like in it, and I liked it. Then all of a sudden the next song turns on, and it's a song that I do recognize. It's "Numb" from Linkin Park, of all songs. And I was like, oh, okay, this is really progressive. I'm thinking, oh, this church is very like new age, cutting edge. So I was like, okay, and these lyrics, favorite song of mine, I knew all the words. So, but this time, the woman that's next to me has me turn around, like towards behind me. I didn't know that there was another board and lyrics that were like much easier to read right behind me. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we all turned around. Again, I still can't see her. But this time I'm singing full-fledged because I know all the words of this song. And I was like, wow, I've become so numb. I can feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. And, I'm going through the song. But for some reason, this girl is like really, I don't know when she did this, but she must have been, I don't know, I mean, maybe I'm interpreting at this point that she liked what I was doing, but she ends up getting closer to me, and she ends up being on my back. She starts like basically hanging literally and hugging me from behind, and hanging on me. She literally had her legs and arms wrapped around me. And I thought this was a little, I had a couple feelings. One, I liked it, but I liked the attention and I liked the intimacy, but I also was a little nervous about it because we're in church. I was like, oh, this is a little much for church. But I didn't stop her because I liked it. And then, but all of a sudden, like I get to the end of the lyrics and like of "Numb," and suddenly the lyrics kind of change. But I was singing along with it 100%, like as if I knew the words, and it was like, something cannot be the future. This other thing cannot be the future. And it was like naming different people or things like that, things that like, and for me it made sense, as if I'd heard the song a million times. Like I sang along with it just as naturally. And then and then at the very last one, at that like soft reprise, it was like, a person cannot be the future. And then, like, but my mind completely focused in on those lyrics. And I was like, what? And then I was like, but it's like I knew those lyrics. Like something was communicating with me from beyond the dream world. And suddenly in that moment, this woman disappeared and I was alone. I think. And then I woke up. A person cannot be the future. And it kept on resonating. And I was like, how did I know the lyrics to that? Are those the lyrics? I was like, there's no way. And as I woke up, I could tell that I was a little confused because I was like, wait a minute. I was so sure that those were the lyrics in my dream. I was like, is this something communicating with me? So I immediately get on my tablet and I look up the lyrics for Numb, and all the lyrics are there, and and it seemed right. And then suddenly I looked at the end and I was like, those lyrics aren't a part of this song. It was just, but yet I was like 100% positive I knew those lyrics. Is something communicating with me? Like I feel like that was a message that I needed to receive. A person cannot be your future. Become numb. Wow. I've become so numb. But a person cannot be my future. Choose yourself, Louis.